Later that afternoon. Ooh, meanwhile. What? Oh, now we're George. Okay, whatever. I have to watch the bastard walk slowly towards it.
I pushed against the door, but it seemed to be locked. The door was shabby and in need of... I couldn't imagine the Collard woman living...
I guess we're gonna talk to the nosy neighbor.
Oh, hi!
Who just gives free information to anyone.
Monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
No thanks.
I'm very good. It only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same,
I really wish
but
there was
I'm
some,
not
at least some lip
superstitious.
movement.
Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to.
Why does that dude in the background look like he was taken from another game? And just put into this? The hell was that quality? Ooh, I'll take a flower.
Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people associate them with death.
Yikes. Well, thanks for telling me. What other flowers do you have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity?
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me. What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat.
Alright.
Do you know a young woman called Nicole?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me in the apartment block across
God
the
damn, she
street.
just gives up
I
everything.
tried the door, but it's locked.
You know, I've told the landlord about that a million times. It is a damp. The whole building is like a sponge. It sucks up the moisture from God knows where.
You mean the door is stuck because it's swollen?
That is correct.
The door is swole.
There is an art to opening it. Don't shove too hard. Just give it a gentle nudge above the lock.
Thanks for the advice.
I guess. Tell me more about this
How
lady.
long has Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
A few months. She's in for a shock when the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating. It's a struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap. Your
It
young
better
lady,
be.
she deserves
Jeez.
better.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes.
What a bitch.
Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
What
That's
the
awful.
hell? No
Now,
one needs
don't
this
you let on that
information.
I've told you. She's proud, that one.
She's a
Too
classic
proud,
terrible
if you
neighbor.
ask me.
Have you seen
me
anyone
more.
out here watching Mademoiselle Collard's apartment?
Yes, I have. A strange man. Tall and thin as a broomstick. He kept his face hidden. But I saw his eyes peering from evil little slits.
How was he dressed?
A long brown raincoat with a hat.
Or like Humphrey Bogart?
Yes, but he didn't have Bogart's charisma. Besides, this guy looked like he needed a toilet. You never saw Bogart clenching his buttocks like that.
What the fuck we talking about some dude's buttocks for? Give me more information about this woman.
Is there anything else you can tell me?
No, monsieur.
Oh. That was a lot of fucking information. You'd think that information would be useful to the person who's being spied on. But no, she decides not to tell her that there's some creepy dude out there with little evil slitty eyes staring through her windows. She just completely left that part out. And for a psychic, you're really terrible at your premonitions.
I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know? How does this fortune-telling routine...
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Okay.
Can you really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, miss. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, but when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
Okay. Here's some schnotty fucking...
What can
Tissue.
you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing.
crappy ass psychic.
What?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
Thanks for nothing.
Do you recognize this nose?
No, monsieur.
What do you make of this
Is it something a dentist would use?
No.
Music is
It's for
strangely
raising
romantic
manhole covers.
for this useless
Formidable.
conversation. Or memorable. Okay.
See you
Alright,
later.
done.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Yeah, when I leave the apartment building. No shit. You're not a psychic. You're just giving me practical
Remembering
information.
the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
That was gentle.
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George. Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I thought you said a beer. I was happy for a second.
I thought I could smell something bad.
You
The
said the
clown
end.
used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck. Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
My editor told me to drop this story. Can you believe it?
But you're not gonna do that.
Oh no. I'm going to find out what's behind these killings. It just doesn't add up. It almost feels like some sort of conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone. Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arnaud Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it, millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium.
How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown.
I had been about to add mine to the list, but stopped myself. I really didn't want to have to explain to George about my father's involvement with Cachon.
You know, I hate to admit it, but this
Nicole.
is scary. And I'll tell you this, I will not be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance for a big break.
Or an early death.
I wonder if that talk about costume parties was a nod at all to Monkey Island 2, I believe? Where you have to invade a costume party. Just not a... They both happen to be point-and-click games. It's the only real similarity. What's interesting? It just came to my mind.
I found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George. It's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants.
Oh shit.
The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Take a close look at his right cheek.
A scar in the shape of a horseshoe.
Or a crescent moon.
Crescent moons and horseshoes do not look similar. Is that okay?
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
I found this false nose.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It says La Risée du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Yep. Tissue? For some reason, I keep carrying this tissue around. It's been
I found
this
this
as
tissue
fuck.
down the sewer.
That's disgusting, George.
No. I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use, or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
So this whole fucking tissue thing really is just a joke item to carry around. There's no use for it at all. She doesn't need to see this.
This is the tool I used to get into the sewer.
Fascinating.
You're not interested, are you?
Oh, of course I am. I think it was very brave of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah? Well, it was kind of scary, but... Well, I had a job to do.
Tell me more about yourself.
There's nothing much to tell.
Well, how'd you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought me my first camera. I was 8, and my parents had just split up.
Did you live
about
with your
yourself.
father?
Yes. My mother went off with her new boyfriend. I didn't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really. Always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted me to study art. That's why I went to college.
Yeah, I need a coffee and a joint. I'm hoping the chapter ends at the end of this conversation. Starting to kind of nod off.
Did you learn about photography at college?
God, no.
They said
I
this
couldn't
game had
afford
great
the materials.
pacing.
We were billed
It's
for
okay.
everything we used.
It's not
Paint,
great.
Canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh no.
Alright, that's it. Oh. I guess I'm just gonna walk around the apartment
I
now?
have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
That's it? We could have done this over the phone. What the fuck? I guess I'm going to the costume shop now as him. Inside the clowns I found some costume shop. Okay. I guess we're gonna do that. Follow the lead. Which is not there. There. We can go to old places too. Oh wait. No, these are different. The post, the police. Fuck that. We're going to fucking costume shop. Fuck yeah. And I'm gonna take a break, but when we come back, we'll look at every single thing that we can in this fucking room. Look, it's a hanging Trump. Alright. What are we doing? We're walking around in this guy's store. We're causing a ruckus. There's really not much else we can do other than talk to him.
It was an antique phonograph, the kind you have to wind by hand.
This is like a faux pas for point and click games, having all these fucking objects and not any of them interactable or, you know, able to look at them, examinable, explorable, viewable, buyable. Sure, I'm just gonna play with this guy's phone. Oh, why? Can we stop that? I'm giving me a bad buzz. I'm a little too stoned for that.
The guy's spoon-shaped face was more... He looked like a vegetarian in a slaughterhouse. Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind. For in these four walls, fantasy is king.
I don't want a costume.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible! You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
This man was very progressive.
Do you recognize this man?
Oui, monsieur. I sold him some grease paint.
That's it? Okay. Well, I'm gonna ask more, no?
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that.
I think this guy needs to be investigated.
Bestheimer's number 7, white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
Do you recognize this man?
Ah oui, he was here this morning. That is the man to whom I sold the grease paint. I remember the scar on his face. He chose 2 costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
Monsieur Khan.
What does this tool mean to you?
Nothing,
I had a feeling he'd be nothing.
Have you heard of a man named Plantile?
I do not recall
Plantar.
anyone of that name.
Can't roll your R on that one. You have to on the R. Plantard or something like that. Plantar.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur. Allow me to
Fantastic.
shake you by the hand.
Huh? Well, okay.
It's a joke hand, isn't it? There's a buzzer. Don't. You fucking idiot. Okay, he really is an idiot.
What are you
Everyone
trying
was
to do,
right.
kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien, it is yours to keep. A gift?
Nice.
Do I need a
Worth.
license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
Oof. Alright. The guy in Nico's photograph, he bought grease paint from the shop and rented 2 costumes. Seamus the Pixie, Bozo the Clown. Apparently he called himself Khan. I'm on his trail. Alright, but we don't know where he went.
Oui, monsieur?
Oh shit, I'm gonna try the trick on him.
Do you want this buzzer back?
No.
No. You keep it.
You idiot, you're supposed to fucking do it on him. I thought we were gonna reverse shock his ass. That's what it looked like.
Are you sure
That
this
icon
is
was
the
a
same
lie.
man who hired the clown suit?
Certainly.
Alright, we're done.
Thanks for your help.
My
I guess I don't really have anywhere else to go except back to the Chiquita. I wonder if there's anything extra unexplorable. Anywhere else? What's the place? Oh. Huh, we can talk to the investigators, eh? I really don't want to bother. Oh, and yet I came back like an idiot. Rugari. Oh shit.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
The guy at the novelty shop gave me this.
What is it?
A hand
What
buzzer.
is wrong with this
You put it in
guy?
your hand and give people electric shocks.
Why?
It's a gag. A practical joke.
If you ever use it on me, I'll break your arm.
Okay,
But now we'll never
okay.
know.
I get the picture.
I wanted to see her break his arm, but no.
I
Wait.
have to go.
Okay.
That's it? Did I get any extra information that I'm not aware of? Alright, let's just go to the police then, I guess. Weird, I thought we were, working with each other, but no. Hello? Remember
It was
me?
just some police paperwork, a search warrant.
Okay.
Sergeant Moo?
Ah, Monsieur Stobbart, n'est-ce pas?
That's correct. You remember me.
The retention of such data is part of my duty as a gendarme. That is how crime is fought, through attention to detail, not intuition.
Yes, sure.
Have you seen this man?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Non, monsieur?
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
This man looks nothing like a clown.
He's taken off his grease paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this man with the killing.
Nothing? Look at those murderous eyes.
Except for the information
Hardly
we got
likely
from the
to get him
costume shop.
convicted.
That's weird. We literally got information from the costume shop. We know who he is.
Do you know a man named Khan? He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on
I
his
guess maybe we have to go
cheek.
through the
No,
paces
monsieur.
first.
Has this man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
Yes. I believe Khan was the name he used when he hired the clown costume. I found this red nose in the sewer.
What were you doing down there?
Fishing for clues. That's where the clown went.
You still insist you saw a clown, monsieur?
Of course. And this novelty nose proves it.
It will take more than a plastic proboscis to convince Inspector.
You don't want this as evidence, then?
Certainly not, monsieur.
Do you recognize this dirt?
No, monsieur, I do not.
I found it in the sewer.
Perhaps it would be better if you put it back there.
No way. This could be an important clue.
If you say so, monsieur.
Alright.
Would you like to shake my hand,
There we
Sergeant?
go.
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur.
Son of a bitch.
The gesture could be misconstrued.
What do you suppose this tool is used for, Sergeant Moo?
My guy really
It
has
looks like
nothing.
something
I don't
an
know why we're here.
obstetrician would use, monsieur.
It was with tools like this that the clown made his escape.
I don't understand.
He opened up the hole and disappeared into the bowels of the earth.
If you say so, monsieur.
I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him. to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
Okay.
I know the identity of the dead guy. His name was Plantar.
Is that so? You knew him, did you?
No, but
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
The best way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
Son of a
Is
bitch.
Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Sure.
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur.
Maybe we have more information for him instead.
It's Stobbart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
Did he say what it was about?
No, monsieur.
Very well.
Hi, Inspector. Remember me?
But of course, Doctor, my mind is a well-ordered faculty. A mental classification system that's the envy of the Bibliothèque Nationale.
Jesus Christ.
No tricks, mark you, monsieur. Just exercise. Just
This guy
as
has
our
a big
muscles
ego.
waste through inactivity, so our minds decay. But there is no need. If only people would learn to exercise their wits daily.
If he was trying to impress me, it worked. He was pompous and patronizing.
He was
but
pompous and
he had style.
patronizing.
Eh bien, if you called about the bombing, you're too late. Investigations have been closed,
Ooh.
but have been taken off the case.
What about the murderer, the dead guy?
It is out of my
Someone got to
hands.
his chief.
Don't you want to know what I found out about the killer?
I told you, monsieur, the case is closed. I have washed my hands of the whole affair.
Then I'll have to continue my investigations without your help.
No. You must forget the business of the clown completely.
Oh, they got it to him
Go
too.
back to being an ordinary tourist, Stobbart.
Son of a bitch. He knows.
Did you find out the ID of the guy who was killed in the explosion?
I already knew who he was.
I heard that the bomb victim's name was Plantar.
Your sources are
Plantar.
reliable.
He was a big shot at the Treasury,
I don't know,
wasn't
I
he?
like that so
Maybe
much.
that's why you've been taken off the case.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I cannot comment.
I guess that's it. Damn.
So long,
This was
Inspec-
useless. This phone gonna do anything for me?
See you later, Sergeant. It was a search warrant for someone named Robert Overman. It was a search warrant for...
That was gonna be a different name every time. Yeah, the only thing we can do is like the phone. Weird. Someone we can call? This guy again? Why? Why are we bothering this poor little
Who is
bastard?
Mr. Todrick?
Oh, it's you again. What now?
Yeah. What now?
The man I'm looking for is called Khan. He bought a suit from you.
Oh,
Remember?
here we go.
Mr. Khan.
The tailor. That's right.
I remember him. Yes.
Should have known by the
delivered the suit to
thing around his
hotel.
neck.
The Hotel Ubu.
The measuring tape.
I don't remember the room number. It was upstairs.
Or whatever it's
The
called.
second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know.
Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
That's what I was missing. Relaying the information that we just got to him. I was going to the wrong people with the information the whole time. Huh? Can't go. Oh, the costume shop, I guess. Hotel Ubu. Oh shit, those guys look like gangsters. Like, I could bother just going in and talking straight to them, but I feel like we're gonna need to go to the suspicious back alleyway. Just gonna shave there. Don't mind me. Hey you, bugaloo.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
No, shake his hands with the buzzer, he's gonna kill
Shake
me.
my hand. Oh, rats.
I feel like that might have been one of the original ways to die in this game. Is doing the buzzer on gangsters. Fuck. I'm kinda interested to see like how many deaths were in the original game.
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
Is this a trick question?
No. I simply asked if you recognized him.
Okay then. No, I don't.
No, I don't. I better not ask him questions with this. What's the point?
Do
I
you
wonder if you can
recognize this
accidentally
tissue?
give them too
Think
much
carefully
information.
now.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to hurry you.
Ooh.
Time's up, so I'll tell you. It's a
What the
used
fuck?
tissue with a liberal dump of Bestheimer's number 12.
My
If you
d-
say so.
That dude's intelligence is so low, he literally became a fucking ape for a second. He degraded back into primate form.
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
Nope.
No. Do you happen to know a guy named Khan?
That ain't nobody I know.
You ever meet a guy called Plantar?
No, I...
You missed your chance. If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner.
Jeez.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
No, I ain't. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns, don't you?
I've seen daytime television that was funny.
I love it when the little guys get hurt.
That figures.
Custard pies, hose pipe down the pants, then smack! A plank in the kisser.
Blank in the kisser.
See you later.
Not if you see me first.
That might mean it'll be the last time I see anyone. How about this
Excuse
sneaky
me?
bastard?
Yes?
You know this guy already has one of those, yeah, see? What do you got about it, huh? Type of accents. What do you know about it, huh, see? Don't worry about it. Just close your eyes and mouth and turn around. Shock him.
Will you shake my hand?
Are you joking?
Oh,
Who knows where it has
never
been?
mind. He has an Italian accent. Alright, that threw me for a loop. Motherfucker has an Italian accent. He's nothing like his buddy. What the hell? They're hiring people from different countries?
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
I mean,
No,
it is one of those
I
consulates,
never
right?
saw it.
Gangsters from all over the world coming together. Hmm.
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
No.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Are you serious?
Oh, yes. Take a good look at the substance it's smeared with.
You are sick. Very sick.
What is this tool?
Hard labor.
That's what she said.
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
No, I don't.
It's very important I get to see him, and
I told you. I don't know it.
have you heard of a guy called Plantar?
No. That name means nothing.
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be fun?
No, I really am looking for a clown.
There are no clowns here except you.
Nice, nice. Alright, so let's just try to walk in. Oh, really? They're not gonna stop me. Alright. I'm not really curious about what's back behind everything.
Just a minute, monsieur.
Oh, shit.
What's your problem?
No problem, if you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh, well,
I guess
all
if I
right.
took something,
Search him, Flap.
You bet.
maybe if I took something from inside the building.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido.
Good.
Zilch.
Good thing I
Our
left.
apologies, monsieur.
What? I had to report you to the authorities.
Round here, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Flap.
Interesting. Alright, alright. That probably would have been a death thing back in the day. You walk out with items in your pocket. This is not the back escape route I thought it was going to be to get up. Is anything interactable here? At all? Huh. Weird. Not even this obvious door right here. I guess maybe this is where we leave from, if I'm gonna get any items inside. Weird. Yeah, for sure probably fall. Oh, won't he still know that I entered through here? Weird. Alright, well, whatever.
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Hello.
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment I thought... But never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George. George Stobbart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
What? I kind of zoned out. That accent was getting to me. That shocker.
I just couldn't bring myself to use the buzzer on this dear lady.
You coward.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him! That's Merlin!
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no! Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest.
Morlin? Mm-hmm.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobbart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. Do you know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
Okay, that was quick.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to that clerk chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went home.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantow's briefcase. Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't. Are you going to search his room?
If I could get in there,
She knows
I would.
too much.
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
Nice.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. A wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not
Coq
at
au
all
what?
what I was expecting. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hempstead. That was until last night.
What happened last night?
What happened to you last
Jeez.
night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobbart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just
Holy
as
shit.
I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room, and then a stranger's glance.
This was the voice actress's
Those
big chance.
brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affection. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
Alright, who's him?
Who was the guy who led you on?
He's
His
asking all the
name
questions
is
I'm
Merlin.
asking. Yes, had to be Merlin.
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his
Gangster.
pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets. That doesn't necessarily make them gangsters.
Usually just makes them horny.
That gangster I told you about? He went through my pockets just now.
Good heavens! One never knows what to expect in foreign parts. Thank you for the warning, young man. I shall hide my credit cards in my underwear.
I didn't ask. I didn't ask.
Can you think of any use for this tool, ma'am?
Oh, I'm sure she could.
Ooh, I can think of someone I'd like to use it on.
Cute. Very cute.
Do you know what this is?
At a guess, I'd say it was a clown's nose.
That's right. It was worn as a disguise by a vicious killer.
Why do I have it then?
Ah, Mr. Merlin,
Nice.
perchance.
That's him.
I wonder what happens if I did these things before or after I gave her that information. Seems like completely different dialogue.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
She's aware of
I'm
what I
no
told her
shrinking
before.
violet, but that object makes me feel quite queasy.
I wonder how many different dialogue choices there are in this game that you can get depending on the order of events that you ask them in. It's really interesting. I wonder how different two games can be. Just in dialogue though, not in puzzles and locations.
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European
From some
state.
unpronounceable Eastern European
that
state.
is me,
That's about
in
right.
person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you recognize this man? He calls himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man. Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective.
Oh shit, I think he knows who he is.
What's your
He works
interest
for
in
him.
Khan?
He is an enemy of my people.
Oh, never mind.
You know he's a killer.
Of course, amongst other things.
Would you help me investigate Khan?
That is not possible. My instructions are to observe.
Observe.
I cannot
Interesting.
jeopardize my position as an honored guest of this country's government.
Shit, this guy's like a spy of himself. Wow, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England. Marks and Spencer.
I'm not talking
They
about you,
are
you
a pleasure
dumbass.
and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm
speaks really
real
slow,
glad
this
to hear
fucker.
that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
For
What
pants?
is this guy, fucking
For
Borat?
everything. Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
Oh,
May I
fuck
shake
me.
you by the hand?
I do not shake the hands of imperialist dogs.
Son of a bitch.
Now, that's a real bad attitude problem you've got there.
Right, communist.
Do you know a guy called Plantow?
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Oh, well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of death to last me a lifetime.
I'm, sure you have. Does this goo-smeared tissue mean anything?
No.
It doesn't. That's it. Straight to the
Have
point.
you
I
any
like it.
idea what this tool might be used for?
I cannot guess.
Would it mean anything if I told you it was for lifting drain covers?
Such technology fills me with wonder.
I love the dry sarcasm.
What does this clown's nose suggest to you?
In my country, we have no use for clowns.
Our clowns are the
I'm glad to hear
politicians.
it.
They were dealt with most severely in the last cultural cleansing.
Oh,
What about the mimes? Did you get them too?
All gone. Our streets are
holy
mine-free.
shit.
Sounds like heaven.
Let's go there.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Alright. That was useless information. Can't do anything here. We are now gonna be sneaking in the motherfucker's room. I can't imagine there's anything else to do here. Okay. So we got only one. Okay, we got two rooms. Two rooms we can go through. Maybe one of them has the window we need to go through.
The door was locked.
Well, one door. We have one door we can go through.
If the tailor's description was correct, this was the killer's room. The sign on the door read 22. The door was locked.
The door was locked.
The sign on the door.
Alright, do we have anything? Let's just bash it in.
The sign.
Interesting. We have a
The
dilemma.
sign on the door read.
Some concierge, someone at the front that we can talk to. That made no sense. Is there anything else I can look at, eh? Maybe I can fucking search the gangsters. Nope, doesn't work that way. No credit card type of shit. Gotta figure out how to get the key.
The door.
You have no key, eh? Nico's right. Gave to her. Met the fantastic. He's been lying to her. We're toying with her affections. Oh my god. Why did he note down all the things that I learned from the woman? Yeah, there he is. There's the key. There we go. I just didn't walk far enough to the left. That's all.
There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
Merlin.
It was the register of guests staying at the hotel.
Never seen Merlin spelt that way with an O, like a mo.
Hanging from a brass hook was a key and a plastic tag. Hanging from a...
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
What?
You were trying
that was
to
really
steal
brazen
that
of
key,
me.
no?
No way.
Alright, let's talk.
I want some information.
Who
Let me
are
schmooze
you,
this
the
guy up.
police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean.
Let me fondle
That
his
is one of the
testes for
drawbacks
information.
of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
I've just been manhandled by a gorilla.
Yes? I do not see any signs of a gorilla.
No, not a real gorilla. It was a guy who looked like a gorilla. It happened right out front of this building.
Let me get this quite clear. Are you complaining or bragging?
I want to know what you're going to do about it. The scrawny one has a gun.
I suggest you contact the police.
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on in the streets of Paris is hardly my responsibility.
Harry. Oh, he said that. Have you seen this man?
Do you recognize the man in this...
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
It's Merlin, isn't it? Alias Khan, the clown.
I told you, I cannot tell you that.
But it's right? Okay, we gotta buzz this guy. Of all the people we try to buzz, we gotta get... I wonder if you're supposed to schmooze them up, get their trust, and then try to buzz
Hey,
them.
shake my hand.
I'd rather not, I'm still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests. He was secretly concealing an electrical device in the palm of his hand.
Someone already did it to him.
Practical
Son of a
jokes
bitch.
are so puerile, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Did I fucking go back in time and shock his hand or something?
About the key hanging on the hook over there.
Oui, monsieur.
Which room is it for?
Number 21.
Is that room
Damn.
taken?
I see, we're gonna have to
No.
go through room 21 and go through the window.
checked out this morning.
For sure. Unless there's a hole in the wall. Or it's one of those connecting rooms.
I'd like to check into room 21.
That is not possible.
How come? You said it was vacant.
It is reserved for another guest.
Rats.
How about you find out who that guest is?
Dutch.
Dutch, what? That was a weird little
I'd
joke.
like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur. May I see some form of identification?
Identification?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Do we have to get an item?
passport.
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique ID.
Is that really
You
the only
won't
way to
find
get
a
the
more
key?
unique ID than my scar.
I'm sorry. I must insist on a more
Pretty sure we have to
professional
distract them, send them
identification.
somewhere else.
Rats.
Okay.
Do you have a guest by the name of Khan?
No,
Obviously
monsieur.
not.
Perhaps you would care to check the register.
Yes, check
I
it,
already
check
did.
it.
Hello, you know I am telling the truth.
I should pretend to be the guy who owns, who's reserved for the
Write me
key.
down if
Or
I
who the key is
lie.
reserved for, rather.
Aren't you concerned that your guests are being intimidated by gangsters?
No one else has complained, monsieur. Did they steal anything from you?
Well,
Everything.
No. They
My
didn't
pride.
find what they were looking for.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't think they did either.
Vraiment? I tell you, I do not know a man named Khan.
Maybe not, but I noticed a change in his expression when I mentioned the scar.
Ooh.
Do you know a man named Plantar?
No, monsieur.
I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
This is a highly respectable hotel, monsieur. There are no clowns here.
If you say
Except for
so.
the ones working here.
What do you make of this tool?
Alright.
Do you recognize this red note?
No, monsieur.
And nothing
What do you
else.
make of this tissue?
Do you wish me to dispose?
Hey, no! It could be useful.
As you wish, monsieur.
All right.
Perhaps you would like a little plastic baggie to
Ooh,
keep it in?
yes. That'd
Nah,
be
it's
awesome.
fine the way
no,
it is.
I want more items. You son of a bitch. Alright. So, we have to do something else to distract this motherfucker.
What now?
Did I show you this photo?
Yes, you...
Oh,
Would it
interesting.
make a difference if I told you the guy...
We are accustomed to catering for celebrities, monsieur. Movie stars, politicians, royalty, sporting personalities, they all stay here.
Even
Is this
murders?
Merlin room 22?
I couldn't say. It's a bad likeness.
Interesting. Seems like there's a
This
different
photo was
dialogue doing
taken
it
by
this
one
way.
of Europe's most promising photojournalists.
Vraiment? What does he use? A pinhole camera?
I believe Khan, the man with the scar, is also known as Merlin, the man who has taken room 22.
What of it?
Access to his room.
Do you have a license?
Huh?
A private investigator's license?
Well, not exactly, but I can explain everything.
I am sorry, but without credentials,
Interesting.
I cannot
There's
help.
a lot of extra dialogue for just showing them photo.
I insist you give me the key to Merlin's room.
I cannot do.
This guy Merlin is a menace.
So you say.
He's not only a danger to society, he has toyed with the affections of Lady Piermont.
Ciel! Are there no depths to which he will not sink?
Precisely.
Maybe the lady will help me out with something.
He's already killed once. With your help, I just might be able to stop him.
But what if he... No, I cannot do it.
Jeez, alright. That was a lot of no's. A lot of different ways to just say fucking no. I feel like maybe she can help me out with the situation. Maybe she bought the room next door.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Hello. How are you?
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
Even better.
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
Oh, no. It's the key to an empty room.
And why, may I ask, do you wish to gain access to an empty room? Do you plan to squat?
No, ma'am.
Scouts honor?
I was never in the Boy Scouts, ma'am.
Oh, you should have been. What were your parents thinking of? It's
So
a fine
random.
way for a boy to get licked into shape.
Excuse me?
Now tell me, why do you want
Keep
to
your
get into
children
that
away from
room?
this woman.
It's next to the room the killer is using.
Ah, so you plan to eavesdrop on Merlin?
I was hoping there might be a connecting door.
Well, how can I refuse? I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case, but a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick.
Oh shit, here we go. Woman's gonna stick a foot in his ass. Wait, did she just lower a little bit of her shirt? God damn, badunkadunk.
I say! You there? Flunky!
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewelry for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Sweet. Oh, that walk. Nice. Someone really worked hard on that animation.
My dear.
Thank you. She's awesome. I like her. I'm sorry about all the things I said to you when you weren't looking.
Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key.
Sweet. Well, there's the window we're definitely gonna exit. But until then, let's rummage through the closet. Scouts honor my ass. We're gonna
There was
squat
nothing in
in
the
here.
wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
No? Not even Narnia? Alright, nothing we can do to the bed, nothing we can do there. We can go through the drawer for some reason. That's about it. After that, window time.
The cabinet was empty, but it smelled of onions. No kidding, it really did.
Okay. Yeah, let's go. No hesitation. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Alright, we're gonna ransack this room. Search everything. Everywhere. Yeah, you dig your hand deep in there.
The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
Some weird... Oh? Is that a briefcase?
It was the battered leather briefcase I'd seen Plantar carrying just before he died. I searched the interior of the briefcase, but as I'd half expected, it was empty.
Alright. Gotta go through everything. Walk faster, you son of a bitch.
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
Okay. Maybe we should look inside next time.
The closet was a solid, impressive piece of antique furniture.
Okay, that's it. That's really it? The hell? Oh wait, there's something else on the left side. No? There's a second thing here. No? There's two interactions for the same thing?
The closet was a solid...
That's weird.
The closet was...
Maybe that's a mistake, popping up two different things? Weird. Whatever. Can lock the door.
It was Khan.
Oh, fuck.
I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom.
Closet. That's the first place to look, you fool. Top of the bed. Even though that shit never holds. Yeah, first place he goes, fucking closet.
As Khan opened the wardrobe, I was sure I was dead. But he grabbed his pants quickly and didn't even see me. I didn't usually spy on men getting changed. But this guy was a killer, and I didn't want any surprises. He left his checkered pants on the bed.
Took him a while to come back. Jeez. Unless he went to kill someone else. I guess we're just gonna go through his pants. Ooh, unzip it. Oh, that's flipping
I
it.
flipped the pants over.
Alright, cool.
I had that kind of feeling you only get from searching still warm pants. I found an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. But as I pulled it from the pocket, a strong thread came with it. A thread with a metal tag on the end.
Okay.
I found nothing in the pocket.
This metal tag right there? Ooh.
I pulled on the metal tag and the thread came out of the pants. It was like pulling out a ripcord.
And what ripped out? Nothing?
I turned the pants over again.
You didn't have to tell me that, but appreciate it. Oh, that's right, this was zipped up and stitched.
I searched the pocket gingerly and found a pass
I
card.
didn't even look at that.
It
I
read
skipped it completely.
Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Interesting.
There was nothing in the pocket. The pocket was empty.
That's about it, right? Went through some mud. I guess the sewers, that's right.
I turned the pants over.
And there's nothing else to do.
The pocket was...
Alright, we're good. I think.
It was the card I'd found in the hotel bedroom. It read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
And?
The matchbook bore a pattern of swirling color and the words, Club Alamut.
There we go. Club Alamut. Maybe we go there? No, we can actually leave through this spot, but don't the gangsters fucking have something to say about it? Unless he left with the gangsters. I doubt I need to save, but... Yay! Now, it says there's just 2 check marks now. I have no idea what those mean. Are that like chapters in the game? Alright, let's see if these motherfuckers out there waiting to bust me up. Yes, they are. Shit.
Hold it right there. Search him again.
Search him again. Fuck me.
Nothing, Guido.
Really?
Okay. Let him go.
What are they expecting to find on me? Was the safe in there or something? Alright. The only thing safe is me. Except we can't leave here, can we? We're stuck here? Is there more shit I need to find? Let's see. What did the notes say? You left the shelves on the bed. I found the matchbook with the name Club Alamut and a fake electrician's ID. Yeah, let's go to fucking Club Alamut. How do I get out of here? Yeah, there must be something else I'm missing for them to be searching me. There's nothing here. And there's a reason for this fucking section too. Just don't know how I missed it. Hey, you know
Hey,
this.
Shorty,
This
I
place
didn't
is.
think much of your trick, little man. I don't know what you're looking for, but you picked on the wrong guy. Maybe you'll spread the word around the sewers. George Stobbart is on the case. That's Stobbart. 2 B's and 2 T's. It sounded impressive to me, but the weasel didn't seem to share my enthusiasm. Still, I figured he'd think twice before gunning me down in the street in cold blood.
I do not like your tone.
Oh yeah? And what are you gonna do about it?
If you do not go away, I will gun you down in cold blood, right here in the street, without thinking twice about it.
He read my thoughts. Huh?
Hey,
Hey, shorty.
does this matchbook...
It is just a matchbook.
Do you know a guy called Merlin?
No,
What does this key mean?
not.
Alright, that was stupid. Yeah, we must be missing something.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello,
Hello, George.
I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. This guy probably has a million faces. I found this matchbook in Merlin's bedroom.
It came from the Club Alamut. It might be useful to find out if that club is in Paris, George.
Yeah, exactly. She's fucking knows. What the hell?
This is the key to room...
That's next to the room taken by that rotten Merlin, isn't it?
I like how invested
and
she
it's
is
vacant.
in our shit.
Really? How
kinda cool.
convenient.
Maybe it was my imagination, but I had an uncomfortable feeling about this situation. Yeah.
I hope I don't get her killed by accident.
Did I show you this photograph?
Yes.
Yes, darling. Stop showing me that fucking photograph. Alright, maybe the dude over here knows where the club is? Hey, buddy.
What now, monsieur?
Does this pass...
That is Monsieur
Oh, shit.
Merlin's property.
How do you know?
That's right. Merlin the murderer. I want to see what he's left in your safe.
Oh, fuck.
Impossible.
So I still have to get to the
Cannot
safe.
betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe. I can live with that. A murderer? Are you sure?
Positive.
Interesting. So I have to still try to convince him, maybe?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Why would I show him the key?
recognize this key?
That is the property of the
Why would I
Hotel
show him the
Ubu.
fucking key?
Correct.
May I ask how it found its way from the little hook to your pocket?
Like
Would
what he
you
said,
believe
hook.
it was put there by a poltergeist?
No, monsieur. The hotel is regularly serviced by an exorcist. If we had a ghost, Father Fécond would have flushed it out.
I suppose you want the key back.
Not spécialement. The room is vacant.
Fuck,
Since you are so
this guy's so
determined
laxed.
to conduct your little investigation, I won't stop you.
Alright, so I need to get to that safe. Is there, like, can I just go through the back door here or something? No.
There was no one registered under... But the name in the book... It was the clerk wore...
Where's the safe that they keep talking about, though? That's what I'm curious about. I guess we're not done with his room. Maybe this guy's got some shit?
Hello again.
He is investigating him.
Do you recognize this card?
No, I do not.
Does the name on this matchbook mean anything to you?
Indeed it does, for Alamut was the home of the old man of the mountains. You
Okay.
do not know him?
That was useless
No, I
information.
don't.
Great. Thank you.
This is a photo of Khan, right?
That is just one of the names by which he is known.
Do you recognize this key?
No.
Alright, well, useless.
Thanks for your...
Goodbye.
Okay, it must have been something I missed.
There was nothing else in the pockets of the killer's pants.
So then what do you want me to do?
The closet was a solid...
Hey, Corporal. How's it going?
The assassin had been too smart to leave.
So there's nothing else I can do here. Well, maybe for some reason the safe is in the empty room? Can I go anywhere else? Doesn't seem like I can jump across. Can't go down. Can't jump in the trash pile. Can't jump on the vents of any sort. Can only go back into the room I came from. This is useless. I think I'm starting to fucking hit a hard part finally. Not a hard part, but yeah, a wall. Took me long enough. 4 hours in.
The cabinet was empty.
Been lurking the past couple hours. Back from lunch. Niceitos, yeah. You like the look of the game? It's been very comedic. I enjoy the writing.
In the wardrobe.
The pacing seems to have slowed down a bit for me. The puzzles have been really cool. It's been a nice way to break from traditional point and click. Oh, what the hell could I be missing? No, there must be a way to leave the map. There has to be.
Hi,
Someone
man.
in Johnny played recently. Oh yeah.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
I'm gonna be doing point and clicks pretty much like every weekend. A different point and click every weekend. During the week, maybe I'll play other games.
I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me
Like I've been doing with
Merlin's
Noida.
papers, but he wouldn't buy it.
Yeah.
He's too scared.
This is the year
Give
of
him
point and
something
click.
to be scared of. Follow me.
Oh, are we gonna distract him again?
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I
Oh
did,
shit, sweet.
madame.
So she helps us
And
twice.
did my
Nice.
friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but
What's the problem?
he isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
Nice.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
Shit. But how am I gonna be able to leave with it in my pocket? And now for sure we go to the apartment and we drop it. Seen more recently game trailer came out lately? In reference to what? Have I seen any new game trailers recently? Like the Xbox developer direct? Or are you talking about one of the Broken Sword games? Oh, there we go.
The cobbles of the alleyway looked very distant and very...
Oh, I'll just throw it then, I guess. Seen Ninja getting... Oh, okay, I looked at, I think just this morning, maybe?
But I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
Yeah, they looked good. Those were good looking games. I need to get into Ninja Gaiden now. Doom fucking looks like what Quake should have been. Man, it hurts. To see where Doom has gone, it just reminds me like what Quake could have been. Because Doom the Dark Ages looks like what Quake 1 would have been if they kept doing Quake 1. I'm excited. Although I'm worried the game might be easier. It seems like that weapon is OP. Because they have a whole context sensitive thing, and then they have this whole sliders where you can adjust the difficulty or something like that. It felt really weird.
Hold it right there.
I'm worried it might be
Search him
easier.
again, Flap.
Oh, Ninja Gaiden being made by Platinum is probably the best thing ever.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
Platinum is great for games like that. Expedition 33, I'm excited for that. Because it's got like the Paper Mario mechanics with a UI of like Persona.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed.
Yeah, the developer direct was like 15 minutes for each game.
Nico's apartment and check it out.
Oh, felt kind of weird seeing so much of the game though. Felt like it was revealing a lot of it.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, hi. Come in, George.
Looks exciting. I skipped half of the in-depth look once I saw they were just like talking about certain things. And it's unfortunate about Mick Gordon. And we're not gonna get the beautiful music of Mick Gordon. Because my brother made an interesting suggestion. It'd be interesting if like the company they hired to do it got Mick Gordon's tracks together and fed it through an AI. It'd be fucked up if Doom Dark Ages has AI music made from Doom 1 and 2 soundtrack and unreleased tracks.
What are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
Rip Mick, yeah man, it sucks. He deserves better. Fuck that guy. Fuck the head of the Doom or Tech id Software guy.
Oh, well, did you find anything
When I found out the guy was the guy in the video on the left was the pompous ass who put Mick Gordon through that.
Oh, I've heard of that.
It made my stomach turn.
Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking?
Guy's walking around like the face of fucking Doom. He's only there because of the predecessors before him. Yeah. Marty Stratton, yeah. Yeah, so I didn't really know that was Marty Stratton until afterwards. I was like, oh, that was the dude. Motherfucker. Hold on, I need to get my cat. Hugo's still cool.
I found this in the killer's room.
What is it, a credit card?
ID, Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him or the company.
I found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room. It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it. Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue, a name or an address. That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir.
Okay.
Do you have a boyfriend?
That's getting to the point.
There was someone. A guy in my final year, but it didn't work out. Neither did my degree.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Tell me more about your family.
Oh, really?
When I was a little girl, I used to spend the winter with my grandfather and grandma.
Do some small talk?
They were the best times. Warm and safe in their tiny cottage.
I thought we were investigating a
my
murder
grandfather rolled
here.
cigarettes while grandma made hot chocolate and cakes. One day, he stopped his scrolling. He put the lid back on his tobacco jar and took me in his arms. I laughed and wriggled, but he hushed me to be silent. With his unshaven chin all scratchy in my ear, he told me his secret.
What did he say?
He said, I don't smoke, but she likes to think I do.
What a weird old man.
Don't call my grandfather weird. He was the nicest guy ever. I wish I was back in that cottage instead of this crummy apartment in this noisy city.
Okay. Now let's get to the real.
You're just not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
They did the recording of the voice on a different day.
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the U-Boo.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantar?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of two knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades.
How am I supposed to...
This guy, named
Okay.
Hughes the Payan, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive.
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years.
Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping.
Okay.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Is there a puzzle I'm supposed to figure out? Let's see.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod. There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover? It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
They're just making shit up. This is...
A knight
Where folks
with a
live in
crystal
barrels.
ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
A knight, the knights, through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
You said to do it again, so I did it again.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
What
She
makes them
reminds me
hideous?
of the
What the
wicked
hell?
queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid. Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either.
Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Professional.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Krön Museum. I'll give you the address.
I think this guy's like a big snob who tries to hit on her. I'm pretty sure it's something that goes
Are
on.
you sure you've never heard of Thomas Merlin?
Positive.
Let's take another look.
No, I don't want to take another look.
Look there.
Look at that. Okay. How do I stop? How do I stop looking? Normally it's this button right here, but... Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And then through...
Maybe I have to look through all of them?
There's a...
There we go. Okay, we're good.
Are you sure?
Positive.
I have to...
Okay.
I was scared there for a second. Alright, to the museum we go. Oh, I should just kick me right out. The museum. Musée de Crème. Let's go. The pipe? Why?
Attention! Please do not open the window, monsieur.
What?
Don't you think it's kind of stuffy in here?
Better
We need to find a reason to open that
than
window.
What's the problem? Fumes from car exhausts?
Not just that, monsieur. There's a new burger bar opened up across the street. The Laughing Buffalo.
So what's the problem?
They cook their burgers on a charcoal grill. And the fat falls on the open flames. The amount of organic compound and smoke particles released is astounding. Since they opened, local air pollution has doubled. And it stinks like a funeral pyre. That is why I keep the windows closed.
That was a long-winded explanation to say why he keeps the windows closed or why he can't just touch it. Motherfucker. I'm gonna touch everything. Fuck you. Can't stop me. Oh, he really is just pushing shit around. What the hell's wrong with you?
The totem pole looked distinctly out of place in the...
I guess if he's not looking, I can just shove shit around. It's not really doing anything. I like this little statue right here. The woman gripping the guy.
In the case was a spindly tripod, blackened with age and pitted with rust. It was identical to the tripod pictured on the manuscript. A notice identified it as 15th century from Western Ireland. It had been found in Loch Marne at the site of a Knights Templar preceptory.
Ireland! What's that?
This tripod was found in Ireland.
I will have to ask you to keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, I was excited.
I too get that excited by Ireland.
The case contained the tripod shown.
Oh.
As I reached toward the display case, a shrill piping filled the air. I froze, then tried to get myself together and act nonchalantly.
No, monsieur. No, et no.
Okay.
No. Alright, so what can I do? Something else we can touch? I thought you were here to talk to someone.
Leave it alone. That closet is over
Closet?
3,000 years old.
Oh, there's a sarcophagus.
Closet? It's a sarcophagus.
Okay, yeah, basically. Even the main character was as upset by that as I was. Like, are you kidding me? I wonder how to push this in front of him. Nothing happens. Maybe I can open up the window when he's not looking? Is that it? Just when he's not looking I can do weird shit? Oh, but he's coming back. He's upset. Oh, but I can do this now. Which does nothing at all. Maybe I'm supposed to hide in sarcophagus? It's interesting that he doesn't call me out for opening the window when, like, clearly it's only us two here. There's no one else opening that window other than me. Oh shit, he just automatically goes right to it. What the hell? That must be the right thing I did. Nope. Nope, that timing sucks. No, the timing was perfect. Yes, let's have him just jump around the scene.
I could be here for hours.
Okay, so that was not the way to do it. Are you supposed to push this even more? Or keep pushing
Watch
it?
out! You would have that done on top of us!
Maybe we're supposed to push it from the other side or something? Not walking away from there anymore. That's just something I'm missing here. Not walking away anymore.
Watch out!
Okay, it feels really bugged because he's just jumping around. Oh, no, he's still fucking closing the window. Never
Hey,
mind.
no!
What's wrong?
You must not...
I'm sorry. The case contained...
I should probably just try talking to him. Let's wait for him to finish. Is he gonna jump to the right now? No? Yep, he did. Alright, let's just talk to us.
Now what did I tell you about touching the exhibit?
Was it you can touch all you want so long as your hands are clean?
Not quite, monsieur. It was do not touch, not ever!
Oh yeah, that was it.
That's it? We don't have a
Pardon me?
conversation?
Oui, monsieur?
Are you Lobino?
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
no. Fancy you mistaking me for him.
So where is
No.
he?
I am the deputy,
custodian.
But Labano does work here.
Work?
I love that his foot is
I
clipping through
wouldn't go
the
so
image.
far as to call it that. He studies here most days, but as you can see for yourself, not today.
Alright, here we go. Some fucking questions.
Do you recognize this ID pass?
No.
I'm gonna try to get through this as
Have you
quick
ever
as
heard
possible.
of the Club Al...
Oh no, I don't frequent places like that.
Would you like to shake my hand?
Not while I'm on duty, miss.
What does this tool mean to you?
That belongs in a museum.
No, it
Pardon?
doesn't.
It is a priceless historical artifact, if I am not mistaken.
No, it's a plain old tool for lifting drain
Poor
cover.
cop. Poor security guard. He tries so hard to be smart there.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
I guess not. Do you recognize this?
I don't think so.
I know I don't have to go through
What do
these.
you
I just
make
want to
of
make
this
sure.
tissue?
I
It
can
is
exhaust them.
Absolutely disgusting.
Alright.
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar.
So he's not gonna tell me where this
People
Lebanon guy
often
is.
It is the uniform, I guess.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They asked me to park the... No. They assume I am an authority on the exhibits in my care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is, I am no scholar. Not like Monsieur Lobin.
Who's where? Where the fuck is Labano, man? Tell
Can
me.
you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. That tripod, that belonged to John D.
John D's nuts?
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
D was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century. The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripod.
Well, whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiment.
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology. Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? Ah, no! That tripod is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
Where's this
How
bell?
is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has never failed yet. The sophistication is in its simplicity.
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar...
It does?
Yeah. It doesn't mention John Dee at all.
Most remiss.
You don't know anything about the
Son of a
tripod, do
bitch.
you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. The bottom row
19
the
letters
chart
of
was,
it?
Too small even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that. Do you think if I studied hard and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history?
At your age? Dream on.
What the fuck? Why did it have to end it? Why did I have to crush his
Thanks
dreams
for your help.
after all of that? Alright, so do we have items we can use? You have this fancy stick. No? Let's try to shock his hands.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
No, nothing.
Thanks.
There's no Monsieur Lebanon. Thought he would be here. I wish this thing would just fall over. Sturdy as fuck.
Watch out!
The totem pole look...
Can I hit it with the pole? No. I think I already tried this. Ooh, maybe I grease up the fucking thing so you can't unroll it? No? That would've been awesome. Alright, we're out of here. Maybe there's somewhere else I could have gone this whole time. Apparently wherever the hell this led to? No. How about... Oh, I thought that was to leave. I thought there was another way to go to the back. There is not a way to go to the back. This is a useless motherfucker. Cafe, poste de police, Rouge Jarry. Back in Nicole's apartment. I never said I wanted to go to Nicole's apartment.
Hi. I've been to the Kroon Museum.
Okay, at least there might be an update.
No, he wasn't there.
Okay, I really just had to come back. What the fuck? They had all this whole setup for me.
I found the tripod.
Where?
In the museum. It belonged to the Templars. It was dug up in Ireland at a place called Loch Marn.
I have heard of Loch Marn. I read an article about the castle. Take a look for yourself.
A popular gossip magazine. You read that rubbish?
No, I write it.
No, I write
Professor
it.
Nigel Pegram.
What's the music?
Medieval castle at Loch Marn. That's strange.
What?
He resigned his chair at Durham University in order to devote his time to the excavation. Not only that, but he canceled the filming of a 4th series of his popular television program.
Okay.
This site at Loch Marn must be awful important to him.
He's a professor of history. They're all cuckoo.
All the same, I'd like to talk to this Professor Pegram. How do you feel about a trip to Ireland?
Disappointed.
Huh?
That I won't be going. I want to follow up the Belota case. If you really think Pegram's gem is important, why don't you visit Loch Marn?
On my own? I'm not so sure about that. Where is Ireland exactly?
Where's Ireland exactly?
Have you found out any more about the murders?
Well, it may be nothing, but both the clan's victims visited Paris earlier this year.
When?
The 2nd week of July. They were both here at the same time.
Did they meet?
I don't know, but I can't imagine it was coincidence.
Alright.
I have to go.
Okay.
So what am I gonna do? Do I get to leave to a new place? I do. We're going straight to fucking the airport. Alright, weird. Yay, Ireland!
I passed the castle on the way into Loch Marn.
Cool.
The castle
Hey,
where Pegram's
Zulish. How are
excavation
you?
was located.